How's it going? Good evening, everybody. I'm your host, Club Brother, host of the Club that was Sports. We're coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Virginia, Loudoun County area. That is, I am at home right now. That is. Now I'm going to talk to you guys also just the fact that Melvin Gordon has signed with the Broncos. I'm going to talk to you guys about the fact that Tre Jones is entering the 2020 NBA draft. I'll also be talking about the fact that famous Jameis Winston says goodbye to Tampa. That is. And talk about the fact that Team USA track and relay, they're considering postponing they want they want to postpone the Tokyo Olympics. That is due to the coronavirus issue that's been going around. And my response to the corona to the coronavirus problem surrounding the sports industry, that is regarding it. So I'm gonna get you guys to that for sure. I'm gonna start things off with just the fact that Melvin Gordon has signed a 2-year offer. That's where the 16 mil that is. A 16 mil offer, 14 mil guaranteed that is with the Broncos. So Melvin Gordon, he did part ways with the Chargers, by the way. He's only spent like 5 seasons. He's only spent numerous seasons with the Chargers, by the way. Spent a lot of time there. But obviously he decided to step away from the Chargers and go on to sign a 2-year offer. It's worth 16 mil, so 140, 14 mil guaranteed, that is. So this is probably the biggest move yet. I'm not sure how it's gonna be taken, but who knows? So that's something that a lot of people are into. So that's something that a lot of people are, paying attention to, and that's all you guys can know. So if Melvin Gordon traded to the Broncos by signing a 2-year, 16 mil offer worth 14 mil guaranteed, that is. So that's all you need to know for that. Also, another topic I want to address, by the way, that Tre Jones is going to be entering the 2020 NBA draft. Now, the NBA draft, that is, they may or may not be having it this year. They could consider postponing it, moving on to a different date, that is, because of the coronavirus probe. And obviously, Tre Jones, Tre Jones on the other side, he is one of the top picks, that is. He was the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. And Tre Jones plays for Duke. So Tre Jones is going to be going to the 2020 NBA draft. And I could tell you this, that's a really good move. I could tell you that. So obviously, since the coronavirus program is going on, the NBA draft is going to be put on hold for now. And obviously things are looking good. So stay at home. Just at least stay safe, be secure, distance yourself from one another, isolate yourself from one another, and that's all you gotta do. So congrats, Tre Jones, on going to the 2020 NFL, declare for the 2020 NBA draft. That's the biggest move yet. So congrats on that part. Another thing I want to get into, famous Jameis Winston released a statement, and he says farewell to the Buccaneers. So love and respect to him. And he spent 5 seasons with the Buccaneers. So even though famous Jameis Winston never won a Super Bowl title, and that Tom Brady is there now, and not only he didn't come alone, JPP, J. Pierre Paul, he's back as well. So it's a good duo seeing Tom Brady and a new duo, that is. You may have seen Tom Brady and the Belichick duo for the past 20 years with the Patriots. You've seen that. You've seen Tom Brady win 6 titles with the Patriots, and he's gone for sure. So basically the chemistry that's going to occur with Tom Brady and JPP, J. Pierre Paul, that's a factor. And obviously, do I see the Buccaneers make it to the playoffs, winning the NFC title, and make it to the Super Bowl 55 and winning at the same time? Could happen, but it will take some time. So it's a good move, I will say that. And obviously, where does famous James Winston go from there? Where does he go? And that's all you guys got to know just for that part. And it is I'm very curious to see what Tom Brady and the Buccaneers are going to, what they got in store, and whether or not they're going to be a legit threat to the NFC, which, by the way, they may seem to be, but it's going to take some time for them. So that changes everything right there. I can tell you that, and that right there will pretty much do it all. So it's safe to say that, you know, it seems to be a good move though. But Patriots fans wanted Tom Brady to stay, and others didn't want him to stay. Just move on, win a title, win another title with the Buccaneers. So could have happened like that. So that's interesting part right there. I could tell you that. So I'll see. I'll just wait and see how that's going to turn out. See whether or not Tom Brady and JP and the Buccaneers can make it to the playoffs, win the title at the same time. So I'm not sure about how that's going to turn out, but it's going to take some time though. I'll tell you that. Also, some other news I want to get into that Philip Rivers he was intending to consider retiring before signing before going to the Colts, by the way. So he did sign a 1 year, $25 million offer with the Colts. So last time for Philip Rivers, he could have retired right there. So that's interesting right there. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. So it seems to be a good move though, but is it really worth it? So Philip Rivers, he could have just left and considered retiring. That's what he could have done, but that's fine. That's fine. Let him do what he wants. That's all he's got to do just for now. That's all he has to do. And other news that I want to address, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that the coronavirus was going around for the past number of weeks. Now, my statement regarding this. Now, I know I'm the host of the Clothes Herald Sports Report, that is, and I've been doing this for the past several months. But due to this coronavirus has been getting out of hand, no, I'm not going to postpone or shut things down, which I'm not going to do. I'm still going to entertain you. I'm still going to pretty much give you live announcements of breaking news, all things sports related. Now, I know a lot of sports events have officially been canceled and postponed. Now, the Tokyo Olympics, that could indeed be postponed. Now, the Team USA track and relay, they want Tokyo Olympics to be postponed and moved to a later date. So we'll just see how that turns out. Now, this coronavirus takeover has gone out of hand. It's taken over the sports industry. It's taken over, the entire country, all over the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, please just stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Be positive. Find some security. Stay at home for once. We're going to get through this whole thing. And understand that this has been a tough time for all of us out there. You, the fans, you, the viewers, you, the subscribers out there. I know a lot of you guys have been affected by it. I know it's been a big issue. So just wash your hands with soap, use sanitizer, and just avoid contact. Just keep your distance, isolate yourselves from one another, and don't pay any visits. I know a lot of bars and, movie theaters, places were shut down for good. And hopefully they'll reopen, that is, next month. Hopefully it was restored. And hopefully once they find a vaccine or a cure to end during this coronavirus for good, everything should go back to normal. So I know it's been a really tough time for all of us out there. So just take this opportunity to just take the time to just do some fun stuff on your own. You can watch, all the sports content from the past or from this past year, from last year, or from like this past year, years ago. You still get time to do so. And you still got the opportunity to just take the opportunity to make some of your headlines of your own. Unless you want to be in my shoes, that is, you can also take the opportunity to just make your own YouTube channel, have more subscribers. So I really would appreciate everybody if you take the time to just subscribe to my Clothing Herald Sports Report YouTube channel, and on Facebook, that is at facebook.com/213 capital K and B and then slash. So please, ladies and gentlemen, please just subscribe to that. And that's all I'm gonna have to say for that. So I know this coronavirus probe has been a really big deal, and it's been the biggest storyline since. And obviously, how are we gonna contain this whole thing, this coronavirus probe? So I know it's just rough on all cylinders. I know people out there are just cope with it. I know fans aren't getting the opportunity to just go out somewhere and not spend time with the fans, not having get-togethers, not attending sports events, and a lot of sports events are canceled. Tickets run out, and people getting their refunds, and people can't, they can't attend any events anymore. They just can't do it because this coronavirus program that's gotten out of hand. I know a lot of you guys are, but once the CDC and you know the World Health Organization finds a cure and a vaccine to end this coronavirus, everything's going to go back to normal, and no one's not going to be discussing that coronavirus for good. And this coronavirus will be wiped out for good. And obviously, it's affected a lot all of us on all cylinders, and places are being closed. Certain places are maintaining their hours, and it's just awful. And it's just safe to say that, we got to maintain ourselves. We got to keep our distance and just keep our composure for once. I know it's affected careers. I know it's ended careers, and careers they just come and go like that. But this coronavirus probably has done some collateral damage, and how are we going to save ourselves from our careers? How are we going to do that? And how is this coronavirus probably going to end? So hope this coronavirus ends very soon. We're going to get through this. We're going to beat this. We're going to beat the coronavirus for good. We're going to beat coronavirus's butt for good, which we will. Give it a can of butt whooping, which I've said in the past several months. This coronavirus needs a can of butt whooping is what it needs. And once the coronavirus probe is done for, this coronavirus will go away and it will dissolve with a push of a button, and things will go back to normal. And people can watch all their sports content. People could, get the opportunity just have their own get-togethers. And people just get the opportunity to just enjoy themselves, just have a good time, go vacationing for sure. Although they can't because this coronavirus probe that is and restricting travel. So take the opportunity to just kick back, relax, get some quarantine, avoid the coronavirus issue, wash your hands, use soap, use sanitizer, and that's my statement right there regarding the coronavirus probe affecting the sports industry. Not just that, the entire world, all over the country, all over the globe, all on social media. So that's all I'm gonna say right there, everybody. So that's my statement right there. So that's all you need to know just for that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it there for the Clothed World Sports Report. Please be sure you take the time and opportunity to like, subscribe to the Clothed World Sports Report YouTube channel, Facebook page by any means necessary. I just need some 1K subscribers. I would appreciate that, everybody. So please send me your thoughts, your comments, your replies, your responses on tell me what you think of Melvin Gordon signing a 2-year offer with the Broncos. Be sure to address that to me in the comment section. I will definitely respond to that, by the way. Let me know what you think of Tre Jones entering the 2020 NBA draft, and if you think that's worth it. I'll be more than happy to address that, and I'll be more than happy to reply and respond to that for sure, everybody. And please be sure you send me your comments with your thoughts on the fact that Philip Rivers would rather consider retirement due to the fact that he got traded to the Colts, by the way. So let me know about that in the comment section. I will definitely respond to that, reply to it, and address it, by the way. And please, folks, wash your hands, use soap, or use sanitizer, by the way. Just keep yourselves safe, keep yourselves comfy, stay at home for once. I know a lot of things have changed, and this coronavirus probe is it's ended careers and it's done a lot of damage. But this coronavirus is going to end. It will. So when the CDC finds a cure and a vaccine that's ends coronavirus, which they need to, and yes, I know 2020 has been awful. It was supposed to be a good year, but it's been pretty awful. Nothing went right. So we all know that, it all started with David Stern deceased of a brain hemorrhage, and then Kobe and Gigi deceased in a helicopter accident, along with 7 others, and then this coronavirus probe that's been getting out of hand. it's just awful. So hopefully the rest of 2020 goes right by ending this coronavirus issue, which needs to dissolve by now or next month, that is. So hopefully, you know, they find a cure quickly. They find a vaccine to end this coronavirus for good, and it's going to be wiped out. And everything's going to go back to normal. When they do so, everything's going to be safe and everything's going to be secure. So that is all there is to it, just for now. So that's all you guys going to know. I'll have more breaking news, live updates, trending topics, dealing storms, and even more on the coronavirus probe affecting the sports industry and the entire world as well. Be back for that, and that's all you guys can know. So keep your distance, use social distance, wash your hands, use soap or sanitizer, by the way, and that's all you guys can know. So take care, everybody. Stay safe, enjoy yourself, stay at home, have a good time, and just keep yourself secure and get some quarantine. So take care, everybody. You guys have a good night. Bye bye.